Deep down in your heart, I know you have a passion, not only for crafting, but you also want to destroy your gunpla. But it is your fear of not being able to fix it that keeps you from destroying your gunpla. Don't worry, because I will teach you how to repair a damaged gunpla so you don't have to hesitate anymore to channel the deepest desire you have with us, Alice Kingdom. Not only fixing a broken gunpla, but I will show you how to reinforce it so that it doesn't break again in the future if your passion doesn't come back. Usually there are three types of damage depending on the size of the part and the shape of the part, which is small parts without space to reinforce, small part with space to reinforce, and finally damage to a large part. Let's start from the first case. I take as an example the most frequent damage to the V-fin. I myself is confused why people are so happy to break the V-fin. In this case, there is no other way but to apply plastic cement to the two broken surfaces. Because plastic cement has property that do not dry quickly, so you can adjust the position of the connection freely. Don't forget to put a little pressure on the two broken parts so they can blend together perfectly. If you have adjusted the position of the part correctly, all you have to do is to make sure the position of the part does not change, because we know it takes a while for the plastic cement to dry completely. So use super glue to maintain the part position until the plastic cement is completely dry. You can apply super glue on a hidden area so that the aesthetic are maintained, or if you don't really care about aesthetic, you can apply super glue around the broken area. Remember, the function of super glue is only to maintain the position of the part while waiting for the plastic cement to dry. So even though the super glue on the outside is dry, don't tidy it up immediately because the cement plastic on the inside is still not completely dry. Wait for about 24 hours to be safe. If it's dry, you can do any method to tidy it up. I suggest that you leave the remaining super glue on the part that is not visible, because it can serve as reinforcement for the fracture, because after all, something that was broken will never return to its original state. So please, always take care of the hearts of those you love. My words are cool, right? Now for the second case, where the part is small but has space to reinforce. For example, in this part, I will break it on purpose because I actually also have the desire to destroy my Gundam. In the fracture area, usually the surface to be glued has a shape that does not fit together, whether due pressure or other factors. So the first step we will do is flatten the messy surface. How to do it? By put both the broken surface side by side. Then we flatten it. The concept is as shown by this picture. Then apply plastic cement to the surface that has been flattened. Stick and apply pressure. Do not forget to position the part so that its position is correct. For better connection, you can also apply plastic cement to the outside of the fracture. To maintain shape, you can also apply a little super glue. We wait until it dries before we give reinforcement. This is the part that was broken earlier, and I have tidied it up. Actually, even though it has been repaired, after all, what has been broken will never be as strong as before. So here we will provide reinforcement in the available space, which is in the gap of this part. There are several methods we can do. The first is a method that emphasizes aesthetic and a long waiting time. You can cut the exhaust runner with the same color as this. Then insert it into the part gap. And give a few drops of plastic cement and wait for it to dry completely. I will not simplify this method because it will take a long time, and I think almost everyone knows this method. I have the second method, prioritizing aesthetic and fast waiting time, which is by using baby powder. No, I'm serious. Baby powder. Why baby powder? Because it is usually white and we can give the color according to the color of the part. For coloring, I use acrylic paint because when it's dry, it can still be in powder form. Mix a baby powder and a little color. Stir until blended. Later, it will produce a powder like this. Put this powder into the part gap. Drop super glue and wait for it to dry. This material can also be used as an alternative to putty if you want to close the gap in your gunpla. When it's dry, we can tidy it up. How? Neat, huh? If you are not too concerned with aesthetic, maybe because you have a plan to do painting, you can immediately use baby powder without coloring. Or, if you want stronger reinforcement, you can use another powder, which is carbon powder. For me, I really like using cigarette ashes. Yes, I'm serious, because the combination of carbon and super glue can create a super hard material. We move on the third case, which is the larger part. Maybe you have seen my video about kit bash. The method used is almost the same, and don't forget the concept I mentioned in the second case. You can just stick these two parts right away, but since this is a moving part that will bear a lot of pressure, I recommend making a new connector as reinforcement. I will use the remaining part of the runner as reinforcement. First, we drill a hole for the runner to attach to. Make holes in the two parts to be joined. Try to keep the both holes in the same position. What must be considered is that the size of the hole drill must be the same as the diameter of the runner so that the attached runner are not loose and sturdier. Make a hole in one of the part first. Put a plastic cement into the hole. Also apply it on one end of the runner. Insert the runner into the hole. Apply enough pressure so that it combines perfectly. Wait for it to dry. When it's dry, cut the attached runner according to the depth of the hole in the part to be combined. Then apply plastic cement to the end of the runner and the hole in the part. Don't forget to also apply plastic cement to the other surface that will be joined. Bring the two parts together and apply pressure to blend perfectly. In case you are still wondering, another function of making this connection is to expand the surface to be combined. The wider the surface area, the more resistant it will be from the possibility of breaking. Easy, right?